Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
2 days in a row, we going big Latto. We sliding right back over the complex with the dog Speedy. The interview that they had out progressed in the interview and watched more of it. Came to this spot and I had to hit the break so I can give y'all an authentic reaction. She is talking about body count. Latto is talking about body count. Now, before I get all the way into it, I want to say, so often when the conversation of body count comes up, you know, you see a level of discomfort that takes place within the women present in the conversation, be it a group chat, be it a in-person conversation, be it a social media interaction. You know, you see a level of discomfort, and oftentimes people get uncomfortable when they aren't on the right side of the fence, or what we would call the right side of the fence, because right and wrong, those concepts are kind of for children. But follow me here. If my body count is high and somebody starts talking about people with high body counts, you know, I'm going to want to have a little debate or redirect the conversation or whatever the case may be, right? If my body count is high. If my body count isn't high and I hear men in the room talking about, you know, how women move a certain way and do certain things that devalue them or disrespect themselves or whatever the case may be, but my body count is low, then, you know, I can say right on, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them conversations that it either rubs you the wrong way or you kind of indifferent about it. But, you know, the whole thing about being a girl's girl and girly and all that shit, you know, that's going around right now. And so you'll have women who don't move a certain way that'll still tell the women that do move a certain way, I ain't judging you. You know, I don't judge. Nah, bring judgment back. Bring it back. Shame, judgment, these used to be used as tools to keep people in alignment. They did. They used to be used as tools. It's called tough love is what it boils down to. But, man, let's go ahead and get into the reaction, man, because, you know, I'm getting started early because, like I told y'all, I'm excited about this one. Let's go.
To a little stream the other day, and one of the topics in conversation that came up was body count. He was inferring that maybe you should stop talking about it so frequently in your music.
Yeah.
You maybe had other thoughts. Talk to me. How did this even come up in the first place?
Be a boss. Don't let everybody put their hand in that cookie jar. Period. Like, it's literally not that deep. I'm pushing, like, be a boss. Like, don't let everybody have access to you.
Do you feel like
I think men should be like that too. Y'all just be slanging that motherfucker around.
You know, y'all, I'm one of his children, so.
Okay, right.
You know, I'm a good man, but
right.
Maybe some men out there are different. I can't speak for everybody else.
Right.
But why do you feel like, though, for the women, they should not be allowing men to put their hand in the cookie jar, like you said?
Because they're not deserving of it.
What if they are? What if they are good men?
Then give them some of that cookie.
But what if it's more?
Listen to this message. Listen to this message. Latto is the new role model. I've always liked Latto's music. I've always liked, you know, the fact that she's been in the forefront with family as a part of her image. And I love the direction she going, walking into her grown-ass woman years. You understand me? She understands influence. She has influence. There are women younger than her, women her age, and maybe even women older than her that are influenced by her, be it consciously or subconsciously. And so with that responsibility and getting on platforms that are this big and that are going to garner this level of views and this level of eyes and people doing reactions such as myself, she gets up there in a time like this and says, value that cookie. She tell the young lady, stop letting so many people put their hand. She just don't feel like everybody should get to put their hand in that cookie jar. She not with that. You know, she rap about having a low body count, but you understand why she's speaking that way, because she hasn't already made the decisions. And so now she gets to proactively keep that number down and speak from this position of privilege or good decision making, depending on how you want to look at it. But for the people who hear this conversation and have already made the decisions, you can't undo the dicks. Sorry, y'all. It's Saturday. But you can't. You know what I mean? And so I could see why they would get uncomfortable or get a little squeamish or defend the side of, well, you know, men get to do it and we women and we get to move how we want and don't judge and stuff like that. I'm sure she hasn't done it yet, but I'm almost positive at some point she's going to give some sort of a disclaimer that she don't judge. I promise you. Watch. I guarantee it. But it's like it's almost mandatory, especially if you're gonna be in the public eye. It's like everybody want to kind of move like a politician, keep it real, but then say some neutral stuff or say some stuff that kind of speaks to the fact that you understand or have empathy for the opposing side of your argument or your position, and you know, to keep yourself safe and make sure everybody can still be a fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all know here at the Classic Codes, I'm not here to make anybody comfortable. Let's go.
More than 5.
I never said that was a bad thing. Why does me popping my, you know? I never said that was a bad thing.
I'm gonna go back a little bit.
It just felt like not be allowing men to put their hand in the cookie jar, like you said.
Because they not deserving of it.
What if they are? What if they are good men?
Then give them some of that cookie.
But what if it's more than 5?
I never said that was a bad thing. Why does me popping my, you know? I never said that was a bad thing.
It just felt like you're very proud to like have.
You see what I'm saying? She got to make that neutral statement. I never said that was a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't have more than 5 bodies. You know what I'm saying? She just, you feel me? She got to keep her neutral so all the girlies could love her. You feel me? But you see in her face though, body language speak louder than the voice. Let's go.
I am though.
But why? Where does the pride stem from?
It's not necessarily like a number that I'm proud of. It's more so like everybody ain't touched this. Everybody ain't had their hands on this motherfucker. You feel me? So.
Come on now. Now listen. To my understanding, she's not married yet. But that's a wife. You understand me? Come on now. A wife that a man will be proud of. Proud to walk. He's going to be proud to walk her down the aisle. Proud. A wife that a man could be proud of. See, everybody ain't had this cookie. He walking something for today's time. He walking something virtuous down the aisle. For today's time, he walking something virtuous down the aisle. Under 5 bodies, that's the new virtue. That's a virtuous woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you done got up in your years and then you walk something down the aisle that know her way through the neighborhood. You know, love is love. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least y'all made it. You feel me? Like, shit. You feel me? But if for the people who haven't already made said decisions, you can see something like this and be like, you know what? Folks got a point. I think I'm for the women that follow me or the young women that follow me, the young adult women that follow me in the early 20s and your number's still low enough for you to regulate. You might got 2 bodies that went too fast on that. Now you sitting at 4. Chill. Start looking for a husband. Chill. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm giving sound advice. Now, if y'all tell me that preaching to women keep their body count low is misogynistic, I'm done. If y'all get in the comments on this one and tell me telling women to keep their body count down is misogynistic, I'm done. The game all the way fucked up. Oh, well, stay out of. If anybody get my comments talking about stay out of women business and don't worry about what we doing with our bodies, all right, but you won't want us to choose you, right? So I'm giving you advice. You won't want us to choose you, right? All right, so I'm giving you advice. What are you talking about?
It's a prize.
That's a prize. It's a prize. I like that for me.
Okay, period.
We were making a TikTok to somebody. And the next part was, I don't care about your bodies. So I just was like, oh, do you care if your girl got a lot of bodies or not? It was just literally jokes.
So no like real truthful meaning behind it. Like it was just the next part of the song.
It was the next part of the song. It wasn't like, oh, I was thinking about that. What the fuck? I don't even care what Tyler got going on.
That's not nice to say.
Respectfully, I don't. I don't even care what y'all got going on. What?
Now it's fuck everybody?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for saying you don't care about me on my own show. What an honor.
No,
don't try that now. Don't try that
I'll
now.
fuck with you, Speedy. I'll fuck with you.
After you said I don't fuck with you or anybody else, but now it's I fuck with you. But it wasn't something you just pulled up out of conversation in thin air. Like this, there was an origin point, and it was the
Yes,
song.
but you know how clips go. Like
You never see what happens before.
they're gonna
You
clip
never
this
see
and be
what
like,
happens
she's talking about body counts again,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I don't care about y'all body count. I know y'all don't care about my body count. It's my music. I say what I want to in my music. You can listen or you don't have to listen. There's plenty of other choices.
Do you think people should be
Listen, the fact that there are people, and it's not any men, the fact that there are women angry that she raps about her body count being low, let you know how many of them out here that ran it up. Because they swear we all on the internet saying this shit because ain't none of it true. I'm not here to attack anybody. I'm here to tell the truth. My loyalty is true reality. I know it's not popular in the let's all live in delusion world, but my loyalty is true reality, real life. And the fact that there are women that are angry at her for rapping about how low her body count is, let you know how many done ran it up. Ran it up. And then to tell us when it's time to pick a wife, you shouldn't care. They're going to tell you what to like. Why, and then tell you their preferences and standards that you need to meet. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. Right now, I'm speaking about the women who speak, I'm going to be chronically single. That's the language they speak. I'm going to be chronically single. That's what the language is called that they speak. Those are the women I'm speaking about. For the women who are wives and fit to be wives that are seeing this, I ain't talking about y'all right now. I'm not even talking to y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? But I love the fact that Latto is pushing and proudly rapping about how low her body count is. Latto is the new role model. Bit Latto is the new role model. She got a boyfriend. She rap about being in a relationship constantly. You feel me? She stand behind her dude. She let you know her dude to step on shit. So don't try it. She talking big behind her dude. Making hit records about her dude. And listen, and keeping that thing to herself out of respect for her dude in a time where it's been normalized, accepted, and cooler than ever for a woman to exercise her liberty. She choosing to exercise restraint, operate in tradition to a degree. You feel me? And I just respect it on a different level. Let's go.
caring about body counts?
If that's what you want to do. Body count. I know y'all don't care about my body count. It's my music. I say what I want to in my music. You can listen or you don't have to listen. There's plenty of other choices.
Do you think people should be caring about body counts?
If that's what you want to do. Me, everybody not going to get their hand in this cookie jar. That's just me, though.
Do you feel like you've caught your last body of your life?
Mm-hmm. I caught my first and last.
Listen, her body count is 1. That's what she just told y'all. Her body count is 1. Whoever her dude is, all he got to do is chill. She clearly out here being loyal. She in the streets, in public, famous as hell, saying her body count is 1. And if it is 1 right now, or if it was 2, somebody would have clout chased already and said they cracked. You know what I'm saying? And if it moves to 2, somebody gonna clout chase and say they cracked. So we can pretty much verify that it's 1. So whoever her guy is, which I know who it is, but I'm not gonna say it out of respect for the fact that they don't say it, right? So all he got to do is chill. I always tell y'all that certain types of women out here nowadays, it's a needle in a haystack situation. It's like playing the lotto, running in, no pun intended. But that's what it's like, right? It's like winning the Powerball or something. You feel me? Like, bro got one, and I get why he chilling. And then they both having money. According to her, they both having money. Like I said, I'm going to respect their privacy. So, come on, man. Real power couple shit. I'm rooting for them all the way. Respect that. I'm rooting for them all the way. All the way, I'm rooting for them. I ain't never been nobody's hater. That's the mission we on. You feel me? Now, yesterday, y'all watched my segment from yesterday on this. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see the one fact that I did have to point out is because as exemplary as Latto's mentality towards her relationship and towards her vajayjay and how to manage it and all that, her mentality overall, as exemplary as it is, I can't not acknowledge that Latto just so happened to have a Caucasian mother. I'm not saying white women raise their kids better than black women. That's not even what I'm implying. So you guys don't get in my comments and go there. I'm saying I can't not point that out because culturally, she not from a 2 black parent household. And maybe that matters. Maybe that's another conversation we can dive into and discuss the nuances of. I'm actually not taking a position at all. I'm just pointing out the fact. You feel me? So that's a great question, and we should dive into it later. Are Caucasian women teaching their daughters more standardized principles than what black women are teaching their daughters? You know, more traditional principles. What are sisters teaching their daughters? These are questions, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't me taking a stance. These are questions. So when y'all see this, chime in, jump in the comments. You know what I mean? Throw some answers out there. Throw some perspectives out there. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. But, man, we're going to move on off of this. Shout out to Big Latto with the low body count and letting everybody know that it's cool to keep it to yourself. It's cool to manage that joint properly. It's cool to let other women know that it's cool. You feel me? I'm with all that. So shout out to that. We moving on off the reaction, though.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened the flow.